Welcome to another Q&A Monday.
Happy Monday. Hi, Judith. Hey, Carla. Hey, Robin. Hey, Dee. You guys, it is a beautiful, beautiful, hot Monday. Our catio
is hot, Vegas.
Taking shape. They got the roof on today. It's all very exciting. Wow, you guys are already jumping in the questions. Hey, Spotlight. My cat has IBS, and I'm feeding him raw food and giving him probiotics. What does his, I'm thinking poop should look like? It's firm. Teeth should always be firm. But it's still a little bit...
Like tiny
bit. What is that? Normal. You know what? When in doubt, when it comes to trying to help an IBS, IBD kitty back to health, I would, it sounds whatever, but whatever vet that you're working with, take a picture of the stool or a video of it, or even bring in a stool sample and say, is this where they need to be? A lot of times you'll have more variation with an IBD kitty, depending on what you're feeding them. But if you're already feeding them a really good quality diet, you're adding in those probiotics, sometimes it's just playing with those supplements a little bit as well to help see what makes for the perfect poop.
Yeah.
Hello, Lisa.
She loves perfect poops. Oh my God, the video of your patio is awesome, Carla. Thank you. Those kitties are never going to come inside. Oh, they are.
Yeah, they are. They're not staying out in this Vegas heat.
Right.
Oh,
exactly.
Hell no,
so we're gonna when we get it all set up, right? So they should be done by the end of this week with the frame and everything, right? I think they're even going to build a little step, either stair step or what do you call this? A ramp, like a ramp for the kitties. So they're gonna build that, and then we are left to put in all the stuff for our cats, build it, figure out what we want, where they can climb, have all the lanes of traffic going, where they can climb up high, where they're not going to climb the screen, these kind of things. So it's probably still going to be a minute. I don't know how long it's going to be before we introduce them to it. But once we have it done and we're allowing them to go out, we are going to do this on a scheduled basis. So they have a scheduled amount of time that they get to go out, probably after breakfast in the morning. And then
it's still cool.
Right. And then maybe after dinner in the evening. And then, they'll get a good amount of time outside. But
we're got to build in the turrets and the firing ports. That is correct. We got to do that. Radha, thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for being part of this beautiful community. Gina with 100.
Gina with 100 stars for Mission Meow, saving all the kitties. Thank you so much.
Jolene said, no question. We just want to say my cat is doing better after the reintroduction.
Wonderful.
Makes me so happy. Ooh, and Gina with a question. My kitten cries every time she goes to the bathroom. Is this normal? Gina, so this is where, how long has your kitty been doing this? Is your cat eating normally? Energy levels fine? Our Jack, to this day, loves to declare when it is time to release his elimination.
Yeah, so he will meow that he is going into the litter box, and he will meow when he's coming out of the litter box. But when he is urinating or defecating, he is not meowing in pain, right? So while your kitty is actually doing their business, if your kitten is meowing as if it sounds like this hurts, I'm trying to get this out and it hurts, then that is a vet visit.
Right.
But if it is a Jack style, hello, I'm going into the litter box, and hello, I'm coming out, or hey, look at me, look what I can do, then that is just cute.
Yes, but you want to make sure that they're peeing and pooping, like all those peripheral things. If not, then we definitely want to make sure that vocalization is not from pain. Rosalia. What a beautiful name.
On Nature's Miracle for pee odor and stains. We used to use this product specifically because it said Nature's Miracle. And so we thought that meant that it's all natural. Then we learned that it actually isn't. When you look at the ingredients, and that's not on the bottle, you have to look it up on the website, or maybe even ask. I think it's on the website. I can't remember how we got it. I think it was from 19 Cats and Counting that anyway, when you read the ingredients and then you look up those ingredients, you're like, oh,
wait a minute. Now, here's the thing. Most cleaners are not going to have
But our cat's never dropped over dead.
No, thank God. But when it comes to pee odor and stains, we want to make sure that it is an enzymatic cleaner. Right now, we are currently using
Anti-icky
and
poo.
unscented anti-icky poo, but it is also not the most natural thing in all the land.
No.
So it's not something
Vinegar
that
and water
leave
is,
out,
but it's still
right, but it's still, we need that enzymatic cleaner. So yeah, just take a look at the ingredients. And again, if you know, a lot of people will soak areas and let them go, and your cat's gonna be walking through them and they're licking it off their paws. That's not what you want to do. You want to stay with the spot that you're cleaning and don't let your cats get in the cleaner
until you've already rinsed it off.
Right.
Okay, Terry, is it okay to give a cat with kidney disease flea treatments? Only natural flea treatments, okay? Because when we think about our cat's kidneys, their liver, these are all flushers, right? They are trying to flush out the toxins. A lot of times, as studies are now showing, is that the onset of kidney disease, the reason that the majority of cats, indoor cats, actually die of kidney disease is, or develop kidney disease, is because of the amount of toxins that they are exposed to, right? So when it comes to flea products, we want to use natural flea products, especially if they have kidney disease, so that we can lessen the amount of work that the kidneys have to do when while also protecting our cats from the fleas.
Maria, and my 3-month-old kitten sometimes likes to nurse on his Sherpa cat bed. Should I try to distract him from this behavior? So we were gifted a Sherpa cat bed for our Jack and Madison.
Is that what it was, a Sherpa?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't know if that's whatever, but it looks just like one. When Jack and Madison came to us, and they just suckled their butts off on this thing. They obviously have been weaned too early. So my only don't distract them. That's a very soothing thing.
Yeah.
But what I might recommend is something that we realize, and a lot of these things that are made, they smell a little chemically. So I washed their bed in natural detergent and
vinegar, water.
Right, do that, and that way you're kind of cleaning out anything that might be in there if you were worried about it at all.
Yep, absolutely. What is your best product for a very chronic snotty nose? Vet is stumped. Tried Oxycat, Virex, licorice root, and other holistic products with no luck. Poor baby is miserable. Oh, Lisa. Listen, Lisa. So our Scotch boy had chronic respiratory issues, chronic snotty nose for the entirety of his life, right? From the entirety of when I met him. He was like one when I met him, right?
But same thing. And it wasn't herpes. It wasn't.
We took him to the vet so many times for upper respiratory infection. They all said that he did not have it. In the end, when he was 21 years old, we got him into a vet that was a holistic vet, and she was able to run some tests, and he had this very rare chronic upper respiratory issue. There are some homeopathics you can give. We gave Virax, we gave licorice root, we what do you call that? When we rotated those products in and out. So like a week we would use Virax, a week we would use Oxycat, a week we would use licorice root. Then we started adding in some homeopathics. There is still snot on our wall. He passed in 2018. There is still snot on our wall that is absolutely, we cannot get off, and we have painted over now. That is his snot. I don't know, other than keep doing what you're doing.
The homeopathics, though, you know what? You might want to reach out to Pam.
Oh, yeah, reach out to Pam,
because I don't remember exactly what Dr. Tillman.
Take the Pet Videla test.
Oh, or the feline hair and saliva test.
Oh my God, we're about to. Oh,
because they will find the homeopathics.
Keep doing this, and then in a minute, we're gonna.
But I would not be surprised, especially because same thing. For years, no one could get to the root of what that was, and it was not an infection. It was something very rare. We need to find out what that was. We'll let you know as soon as we do.
Marianne has some litter box guarding issues.
A male cat fights when Joey enters litter box when Chandler is using it. Marianne,
I love that you named your cats Joey and Chandler.
I love that so much. Okay, so you said litter box singular, and you said Joey and Chandler plural. When it comes to our kitties, this is a great reminder. We were just talking on Instagram about someone that said, do I really need 2 boxes for 2 cats? You really, actually, the rule is to have 3 boxes for 2 cats. 1 more box than you have cats. Litter is a really valuable resource for our cats. So as valuable as your love, as water, as food, as a nice little sleepy hidey spot, whatever it is. So if you've got one that is guarding, they're resource guarding, or they're fighting because someone is using it. We've had ambushes happen, full-on ambushes. Also remember that 2 litter boxes or 3 litter boxes for 2 cats in the same space, cats see that as 1 litter box. That's 1 space. So I would definitely go out immediately, if not sooner. Get yourself a storage container. We use the Rubbermaid 95-quart storage bin, so it's nice and big. We cut out a little entrance to it. We got a video that we just posted not long ago about how to do that. Or shoot us a DM on your platform of choice. And put it in a completely different, low traffic, easily accessible area, especially since you already have resource guarding going on. I love that Pam Bennett Johnson said, if you're going to put a litter box in a new room, any room, put it as far away from the door as possible. Because those split seconds that someone might be like, oop, they're using my resource. Those split seconds as they're coming in the room, give them a chance to be like, oh, let me move on.
Or calm down.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah has a really great question, but I have to say, Joey and Chandler and now Betty Boop, I want you guys to start dropping in the comments what the coolest cat name is that you have or have had, right? Because your names are like making me smile so big tonight. Sarah says our kitty Betty Boop is due for her rabies shot. I was thinking of having her get PureVax, but she did have a reaction last year. I got the rebalancer from Apothecary from Adored Beast, but this is all outside my comfort zone. Would you suggest? Our kitty is our child. We want what's best for her. Okay, Sarah, this is a great question.
We love Betty Boop too, and thank you for asking this question. Of
course, and I'm going to give you a really great answer that you're going to absolutely love. If your kitty's absolutely like an indoor kitty, which I'm guessing Betty Boop is, especially, then she can get a waiver. If a cat has ever had by law, if a cat has ever had a reaction to a vaccine, they can get a waiver so that they do not have to be revaccinated. Now, your vet may give you some grief, and you may have to ask for a titer test to prove that the last vaccine was enough. Or you might have to switch vets. I did several times because we got grief. But if your cat, this is one thing that we have always said, if your cat is sick, if your cat has ever had a reaction to a vaccine, if your cat is old, if your cat doesn't need the vaccine, then let's please, as our children, which they are, let's please be as wise as possible and as strong as possible.
We're
being their best advocates.
Yes. So just remember this, you guys. If your kitty is sick, never vaccinate. Any vaccine. If your kitty has ever had a reaction to a vaccine, never again. Right. Just done and done. Stacey said, do you recommend plastic or steel water fountains? Do you just give them a fresh water bowl every day? So in fact, if you're going to choose a fountain, I would go with a pure stainless steel. You want to look at the type of stainless steel that you're using.
Or glass.
Or as we just switched to the original Pyrex glass still water bowls because they grew weary of the fountain. And even if you do get a steel water fountain, the pump that is in there is going to have a ton of plastic parts. So you're going to have to wash that at least once a week. You're going to take it out. You're going to pull the stuff around. You're going to pull out the little fan, all the little parts and pieces, because you can have the best, most sterile water fountain in the world, but that pump is still going to get swampy.
Here from Instagram, I love your cat liquor holder. It's so cute.
That's from Pam herself, perfectly holistic.
Yes.
You can find one on Amazon, we have found.
Yes. Lisa just saying hi. Lisa. You're the best, and thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, guys. This community is we're just so blessed. We feel blessed every single day to be a part of such a beautiful, wonderful, loving community.
Oh, goodness. Kimberly said my girls won't use the second litter box. I tried to get them to, but nope. They just share. That's fabulous.
That's fine. There are some litter boxes in our house that rarely get used.
Yep. And it depends on moods. But here's a great reminder. I love this comment because like we were talking about on Instagram earlier, cats can tolerate any number of things for a long time. So if you've got a cat, you've got 3 cats in one litter box and everyone's fine. We know some fosters that don't even have room for all the cats they're fostering, let alone another 19 litter boxes, right? So if it's working, that's great. But just keep in mind that if something changes, you want to always have that accessible. So I would leave that second litter box out and just be like, don't have to scoop it today. Same thing goes with people that are really excited about potty training, like literally toilet training their cats. Never take away the real litter box, because as cats get older or as moods change,
or they don't feel well, or they're just tired.
then doing that little Cirque du Soleil move on the toilet for a cat while they're trying to go to the bathroom can be difficult, and they're going to need that litter box, or you're going to be unnecessarily upset with them if they go to the bathroom somewhere else.
Correct. What consequences can follow from weaning cats too early? Because my cat's mom died when they were about 5 weeks old.
Oh my God,
but they were already eating on their own. I'm always scared about behavioral issues. It's not.
Rob, thank you for the 100 stars.
Oh my gosh, Rob, thank you. Mission Meow. Thank you so much.
So the consequences a lot of times
are more health related than behavioral related.
Right.
When it comes to our Jack and Madison were the same. So 2 of our cats, they're 3 years old. We got them when they were about 6 weeks. Somebody else had found it beforehand. They didn't have the mom. So that's why they did all the suckling. These kind of behavioral things are like, they might be more lovey, or they might need more comfort, or they might be more scared. I mean, there's a lot of things that, like, behavioral wise, you might be able to attribute or say that's right, probably because they were not because they were necessarily weaned too early. They just weren't.
Right. But mamas are the ones that teach them how to use a litter box. They're already eating on their own. I think that they were old enough. God bless sweet mama. But like that socialization, the play fighting, all of that, those are the kinds of things. But I'm so glad they have each other.
Yeah, but health-related issues are more because our cats, just like, humans, you want to breastfeed for a certain amount of time, right? We want them to breastfeed for as long as possible to get all of those.
I think cats call it nursing.
We want them to nurse for as long. I'm into breast tonight. Get as much of that colostrum and those nutrients as possible.
Help that immune system.
Yeah, and now, like, there are so many supplements that we can give our kitties to help, build up those levels of gut health and things like that. Not anything. If they're cool, then I wouldn't.
Yeah,
don't put any bad energy into it. Yeah, don't put too much negativity. That's something that us as cat parents, and we are very guilty.
So bad at that.
Do a little too often, and we should do another podcast on this. But we tend to overstress about our cats, and we're worried that there's something wrong when they're not actually showing any signs of being wrong. And the vet said that they're fine. We just stress a little bit. I think a lot of us stress a little bit too much. We definitely stress too much. And we have to talk ourselves down and be like, how about we don't? How about we don't freak out about this right now? How about we don't freak out about it? How about we throw out that thought? Because I don't want to think.
Erase, reset.
Yep.
Erase. I love these names. Jolene
Macho Kitty. I love that.
Magical, mystical, Mr.
Missile Foley's. Oh my goodness.
Jillian,
that is
baby. Cat Behavior Alliance is in the house. A client had breaking and entering.
Because that's how the cat came to live with them. I mean, you might say that that's how Twist came to live with us. My little one, Vicky, loves to snack on freeze-dried chicken more than eating high-quality wet food. He prefers canned foods that are the lower spectrum. How can I entice him to eat that better?
Have you tried rehydrating?
Yeah, you can rehydrate the freeze-dried, or if they like it a little crunchy, put it on top. Mix it together. The freeze-dried is going to be, if it's a complete and balanced freeze-dried food, and we don't have, it's not a kibble disguised as a freeze-dried, but it is actually a freeze-dried food. It's going to be more healthy, more benefits into the nutrients of the food if we're feeding the freeze-dried, but we do want that moisture in their diet. So even if you have to feed a low quality and slowly move them up, little teaspoon by teaspoon to a higher quality wet food, that's fine. Or get tricky with it. Get a little tricky with it, and then crush up the freeze-dried, sprinkle it on top, whatever you got to do.
Mr. Milligan with his names Bradley, Hummer, and Abrams.
Oh, I love
all
it.
Army names had an obvious bias. Yes, you did. I wonder how the Air Force Academy feels about that.
HRH, Queen Bee, Princess Sweetie Pie, Pesky Pants. Is this
Robin?
One cat? Because that's amazing. And that is what we do, isn't it?
That's epic. We're going to have to talk about that in the next Zoom. Ooh, which
what
you better be at
if my family insists on having indoor, outdoor cats? They're pretty much going in and out all day, but I'm scared that something will happen to them or they'll get sick from hunting. So the hunting isn't too bad. That's actually like one of the things that I wish our cats could just go out and do and not be exposed to danger, right? Like if it's like, you want to go eat some rats? Hey, go kill some birds. I know that sound. Oh, I'm going to be
You're in
tortured for that. I
trouble.
should, but I mean, like they could get real live actual food.
The bigger question is where are they going when they're outside? You know, do you
Right.
live in a suburban area? Are there lots
Do
of
you-
cars? We have coyotes here, hawks.
Right.
Those
Do you
are the
have a
kinds of
way that you
things.
can enclose them into a safe area outside? Do you have like a screened in porch that maybe that's where they could go when they go outside? Do you have a leash that you put them on, or do you have, they have those little things you put them up around your fence. They're called cat wall, I think.
It's called a cat fence.
Cat fence.
So
cat
they
fence.
they can be in a backyard, but they can't jump.
They can't jump
over.
out. So,
So
they're exposed to less danger because they have
Right.
to stay within the area. Lisa,
Lisa,
for
thank
100 stars
you
from
for
Mission
100
Meow. Thank you so
stars.
much.
Leah, I just recently found you and have 18.
You
kitties.
win.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Impressive. I just got a black kitten, couldn't think of a name for a while. He attacked me and I was eating a corn dog. So I named him Kitty Kitty Burnt Corn Dog.
That is funny.
That
You guys
is
are
great.
Jolene for
with
50 stars. Thank you,
LT.
Jolene.
Patty said maybe you've answered this before, but what do you think the best kind of litter is? The
It
best
is
kind
a
of
litter
litter
night
is one that your cat will use. Now,
and is safe.
and is safe. So we do natural litters. Right now we are using a Catalyst, which is a wood-based litter, natural clumping, and we are using Smart Cat by Pioneer Pet, which is a grass-based litter.
And we love both of those, and they are
Yes.
fantastic. And link is in our bio for Catalyst. They
Catalyst
actually offer a discount.
Yeah.
So that their litter is awesome too. I will tell you from personal experience, if your cats aren't picky, the pine pellet litters, super inexpensive. It's kiln dried, obviously, but the pine pellet litter tracks very little. You don't get the dust, you don't get all
Great.
those things, but you got to have cats that want to use it. Ours
Yeah.
did for so many years, and now
yeah.
that we got new ones, then they
Some
didn't want to
little-
use it, and we had to switch it out.
Yeah.
But
Little ladies.
it's also great. We have, I mean, there's a ton of options available for safe, natural.
Yeah, but a couple things to just stay away from as far as litter is anything scented. Try to stay away from the clay with the sodium bentonite, that clumping agent, which is terrible for our cats. And
anything scented.
Yeah.
No scented litter.
No
ever.
scented.
That is not for your cat.
Amber said, I bought a new couch and the warranty comes with Scotchgard application. I am trying to figure out if this is going to be bad for crickets.
I would
Sweet
put
cricket.
so just get a nice organic blanket, put it on top, like just kind of cover the couch. You know, you can uncover it when needed. but I
Brand
would
new
cover-
couch, get it covered up.
I would cover the couch because you know, now that we know all these flame retardants that they put on furniture so that it doesn't burst into flames if our house catches fire. So understandable that they would do that, but they didn't do it with pets in mind. And now it's showing that it's one of the leading causes of hypothyroidism in cats.
Isn't that awful?
Yeah, sucks for us too.
Yeah.
We have to cover everything. It's not cool.
Not cool. Michelle said, hi ladies, any tricks for how to have my fur babies eat their raw? Any suggestions with toppers and any freeze dried? So Michelle, yes, a couple things. Our babies get a variety of different proteins and all that. So sometimes they'll get something that they are not fans of. And our go-tos are
Green juju.
They're freeze-dried food, but we use them. We crumble them as toppers on top. Our baby's favorite by far, the pork and the bison. Right now, the salmon, some of our babies like it.
I don't know why.
But holy moly, that is salmon smell.
You would think that they would really like it.
You would
but
think that they would be crazy
Ours-
for it.
I mean, but you can try it out.
Another idea, they also like that. They like their crunchy munchy vital essential freeze dried mini nibs rabbit that we'll do sometimes if they're not in the mood. I'll put those in a little baggie and smash them with a spoon and sprinkle those on top as a treat.
We also do the meat tubes when
We've
they're
also
being
done, yep.
super picky. We also do, I mean, there's like when
Sardine.
Friday was going through, thank God for Pam Roussel with Perfectly Holistic.
Yeah.
But Friday was going through a phase in which she was rejecting all of her raw food and then getting really hangry and beating up her little sister. And we got open farm, amazing wet food. And that, thank God for them, because it was the only way we could get her to eat her raw food was to mix that healthy wet food into it. And then she would eat it. And now
she's back.
she's back.
Thank
Their
God.
stressors have been released.
How do you feel about canned cat food? My grandson Kittens only want canned food. Cookie cupcake.
Open farm all day
cinnamon.
long. I'll tell
Cookie,
you,
cupcake, and cinnamon.
they just reached out to us and said, we want to offer your followers 15% off
Yeah.
using the discount code. We always have cat ladies because we can remember that. This one we should also be able to remember because it's J Adrian, which Sissy,
Who's
can you
that?
spell that out for Open Farm? So you
Who's
can take
J.
15% off. We don't have a special link or anything. It's just
No, but Open Farm has
code
been
that
our
they're-
go-to wet food since before we got our babies on fully raw, and it's because they are having really great. They're a very transparent, beautiful company. You can reach out to them, ask them your questions. So definitely try to get on over to Open Farm.
Yeah, Sissy,
Right
it's just
quality.
spelled out J Adrian.
Oh,
It's
Amber
just
said
J.
I can decline the application of Scotch Guard. I probably would just
Oh,
to
I
not
would.
exacerbate it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
I'm sure that there's going to be some kind of flame retardant in there, or you know what I mean. Just the new. It's hard to let a couch off gas outside. You know what I mean? When you bring in a new piece of furniture, like sometimes we'll get a new cat tree, and it's like, oh my god, that carpet. We keep it out in the garage for a couple of days because it
We
just
just
smells
off-gas it,
so
I mean,
strong.
even if there's some like the most amazing things, you get that smell when it comes in the house, and you're like, oh, we have to like off gas this, and then we clean it with vinegar and water, and then especially if we spend a lot of money on it, we
Amber's
still
like-
use it. We just don't bring it in under those smells. Now, I do
is
have to
covered in
say
blankets.
the cat tree that I bought for Annie in my office.
Yeah, not bad.
I got her one that I didn't smell it, but I think that's why they weren't using it for several, like it was a week or so before they would we put them up there and they'd be like, okay. And then they jump down. I think it was
We tried
because it
catnip.
needed to off gas as well. So I
Yeah.
had sprayed it with catnip and all these other things. Then we had to clean it down a little bit. I just really sprayed it with cleaner, but
Robin said yes, that is one cat's name. It's Miss B.
oh, stop,
It keeps-
Miss B.
It keeps evolving.
I love
Oh,
that.
sweet Miss
I
B.
also love your memory because I wouldn't be able to remember all those names.
all the names at once.
I have all the nicknames, but not all together.
Ooh, Bonnie with a great tip for us all. Molly and Friends cat trees don't use chemicals, and they're made really well. I'm gonna have to go
Molly
check
and
them out.
Friends, yeah,
I don't know that I know that brand.
maybe.
The freeloaders are Mickey and Tiger. Those are the compromised names because I wanted Dingo and Kidney.
Kidney.
But Abby was still young and wanted Shimmer and Glimmer. Not just no, but heck no. Yeah, you got to stand your ground and compromise sometimes. And Mickey and Tiger, I think.
Mickey and
those are
Tiger, I think
great choices.
I think
Great
those
choices.
I think those are the good.
Kidney. What does Kidney do?
Kidney.
It's like
I'm
better
gonna
be
name
on
my
the
cat
VIP.
Kidney and liver.
Yeah,
You're gonna be pancreas.
Robin and Mr. Milligan, you both better be on it's a VIP Zoom this week.
Yeah,
And we
got
can't
a Zoom
stream
on
it
Friday
live
night.
in our group. So you
Yeah,
guys better
be there.
We
Or
have-
be square. I have
Hey,
a
ladies,
super
I'm super
important question.
Lizette,
Okay,
let's go.
bring it because we're 1 minute away. So
We're like 4
Lizette, we
minutes
will
over.
finish off with Lizette's question. Try not to make it too long because the program that we're using will only show us like a paragraph of your question. So if you're giving us the whole backstory, try to just because a lot of times we get these really long questions and then we get to the end and we're like,
What
I don't
was
see
the
the
rest
question.
of it?
I don't know the question.
Mr. Milligan and Robin Taylor will both be at the Zoom. Thank you very
Yay,
much.
Robin, it'll be so good to
Oh.
see you. It's been you haven't been on one in a minute, right? I haven't seen you in forever. Pam has been helping with spirit activity at our place.
My poor babies. Isn't that a fascinating thing? It's for those of you guys who don't know who Pam Roussel is.
Perfectly holistic.
Pam,
That's PURRR, feckleyholistic.com.
Amber, you have to retire or something. You're always working. Yeah, you need
to retire
need
so
to
you can
tell-
make your Zooms.
You need to tell your work, listen, the first and the last Friday of every month, I cannot join you. It is VIP Live or VIP Zoom, and Cricket and I need to
And
vote.
that is very important.
So that's
Carla, we love the Monday night get-togethers as well.
Yes, we're actually doing a little dry season, so we're Jay's drinking fake rosé.
In a rosé
I might
all day.
while we're waiting on Lizette, I just want to give a shout out. I know
We're
this looks like
detoxifying.
a-
Let's be honest. My sister came and her boyfriend came to town on Wednesday. We went hard in the paint Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
in this
and then
Vegas
Sunday
heat.
morning in this Vegas heat, and it killed
Idiots.
us. And we were like,
Here she
okay.
is. Lizette, my cat and new kitten have been separated, but my cat doesn't know the kitten is in the apartment. My cat senses and acts scared while sniffing. When do you think I can introduce?
Oh my gosh, Lizette, this is
This
a great
is-
question. Sissy, will you drop the link?
Congratulations on your new baby.
Sissy's going to drop the link right now to our how to introduce cats guide on our cat symptom checker. And we actually have step-by-step guide. You're doing the right things at first. Like this is the first step, separate them. Don't let them see each other. But then it's going to take you through step 2 and step 3, where we're going to sense swab. And then we are going to let them see each other, but not touch each other. And these are all the
We got
proven
this
ways.
awesome screen. So like that moment of like when you introduce them, this time when we were introducing Annie, you know, you go through all the steps, but there's actually this screen, a screen door that just like taped up to the wall so that we could open the door and they could see each other. But it was so fantastic.
Yes. And
wait, did you give out the CatCon tickets? We did the giveaway today.
We did the drawing this morning. It was Holly.
I can't remember her handle.
I can't remember either, but she was the one that won. There were 500 and something.
God, yeah.
So I thank God for this like program where you could just copy and paste it, and then it goes through the comments and then gives you one. But there is rumor that we're going to be doing another next week.
Yes.
So stay tuned
For another pair of weekend passes.
Yes, perhaps.
Stay tuned.
Perhaps. So Lizette, Sissy dropped the link to introducing cats here. Please follow it and reach out, DM us if you have any questions whatsoever, and we will we'll give you all of our like personal tips and tricks. But that pretty much is exactly how we've done it now once we learned how to do this.
And shout out to Rachel. I love you so much. I also live in Vegas. I feel so bad for the stray and outdoor cats. I try to leave fresh water outside since it's so hot.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you so
beautiful.
much. Yes, it is ridiculously
so
hot now.
You know, a little trick, if you've got like bowls and stuff that you leave out, I think it was Community Cat Angels that said they'll just put a bowl of water in the freezer and they'll bring a solid bowl out. It'll start
and it'll defrost in 2 minutes.
5 minutes, but it's nice, cool water.
Yeah, and it'll stay cooler longer. So thank
all
you
right,
guys so much for joining us here on a
Happy
Q&A
Monday.
Monday. You guys are the best as always, and we're just so blessed to be in your presence every Monday. So we will see you guys very soon. Stay tuned. We also have a lot of stuff coming up, and our patio is being built, and we got a podcast this Wednesday. With teeth. So for so many of you guys have been reaching out saying, what kind of water additive can I give my cat to help keep their teeth clean? We're bringing that company to you, the founder of that company to you on our podcast this Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, at 8 p.m. Eastern. So don't miss it. We love you guys so much.
I love you guys.
Have a good evening.
Good night. Mwah.